Hey, I'm back. Against Trevor's best judgment, I'm going to go ahead and reel off a second one. I just did my hair. My makeup is good still. I think the lighting's decent. So I'm going to knock out two of them here and see how this works. So hopefully you've had a chance to read the first one. I'm Doug again, by the way. Hey, and good morning. I'm going to go ahead and read another one of these to you. This is the second one in the installment. It's kind of a piggyback off the first one and why I started writing to begin with. So I hope you like it. The question was always, how did I come to the decision to start putting my thoughts into print and ultimately putting myself out there? I'm a fan of the series Californication, and Hank Moody, the main character played by David Duchovny, is a writer. He writes books, novels, he dabbled in television scripts and screenplays. If you've ever seen the show, you know that Hank is helplessly and hopelessly in love with his ex, Karen, the mother of his daughter. He always seems to get in his own way in the quest to win her back and to be a good parent to his daughter. In particular, in a particularly downtrodden time of his life, when he couldn't write anything or get anything published, he started blogging. He put himself back out there, and it helped him get his shit together, pick himself up, and get back in the game. And no, I wasn't on a quest to win my ex back. But I was going through my own different kind of struggles, and I could somehow relate to and identify with what he was going through. And as I saw how organizing his thoughts and putting them down in print made them real, made them relevant, it sparked something inside me to do the same thing. I've always needed to run for fitness reasons, but in the past 10 years, running has allowed for my brain to process my thoughts, make sense of the day's events, give me a release, help me to decompress. But I've also come to the realization that all the thoughts and feelings my brain had processed and organized, albeit helpful, have stayed right there in my brain. I still carry them around with me every day and especially at night. So in keeping with the times and the trend to downsize and declutter, maybe it was time to do that for my brain and ultimately for my well-being. It was a quote by Springsteen, shocking, that really spurred me into actually writing these thoughts down. He said that in his early years, he was developing all these characters and writing all these songs where he's putting them in all these cars and sending them to anywhere but where they were. But he realized just that. He put them in all these cars with no place to go. They were born to run, but to where? I feel the same way about all that stuff that's in my brain. It's all up there with nowhere to go. So maybe this can be my outlet, the next step for my real life characters, the follow-up to my own Thunder Road or Racing in the Streets. So with much love and respect to the boss and a bit of thanks to Hank Moody, I'm willing to at least give it a shot. People will either read it or they won't. People will either benefit from my reading it. People will either benefit from reading it or they won't. Bottom line is, I already feel a bit of relief from taking the burden off of my brain. That burden to continue to carry on the responsibility of making sense and compartmentalizing all that drivel that's up there. So stay tuned. And what I have found since writing is that sometimes when you release the words out of your mind, out of your brain, out wherever they are, they no longer have the power over you. And I think that's been really a good thing for me. And I got a lot of good feedback from a lot of you guys talking about your perceptions or my perspective on things. Maybe gives you shed some light on some things. So there it is. That's number 2. I'm going to give it a rest now for a while. I might go take a run. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy what you're doing to cope with this craziness that we're involved in right now. And maybe hopefully reading a couple of these or seeing this and listening. Maybe this. Hopefully it brings a little smile to your face. It could be worse, I guess, right? All right, hey, and as always, thanks for stopping by, and cheers.